Real men that transform themselves into real-life supervillains. And when conspiracy theorists have nightmares, they often dream about Edward Lansdale. This shadowy Air Force officer popped up on countless plots, and some fake and some were shockingly real. During the 1950s, he rigged the South Vietnamese elections and once suggested overthrowing the French government to preserve America's interests in Southeast Asia. Later, he was put in charge of Operation Mongoose, a covert mission to kill Fidel Castro using wacky gadgets like poisonous pens and exploding seashells. When it came to murdering enemies and spreading fear, Lansdale was an artist. Perhaps the best example of his cruel creativity took place in the Philippines in the 1950s when communist Huk rebels rose up against the Filipino government. Lansdale was called in to fix the situation. An expert on psychological warfare, Lansdale played the Huk's superstitious beliefs, specifically their fear of the Aswang. The Aswang is a shape-shifting vampire witch that dines on human fetus and drinks blood. Lansdale spread stories that one of these bloodsuckers was prowling around the Huk's hillside headquarters. Lansdale and his team then snuck into the jungle one night, waited for the Huk patrol to come marching along. In the dark, Lansdale's men snatched the last guy in line, put 2 bite-sized holes in his neck, and drained all the blood from his body. The gory deed done, they placed the corpse where the Huks would stumble upon the Aswang's latest meal. The very next day, the terrified rebels packed their gear and abandoned their mountain hideout.